Hey guys, Phil Baumhart here. So for today's video, I'd like to do a overview of the Mastermyr find by Greta Artwinson and Gösta Berg. This is an excellent resource for anyone interested in the Viking Age, as well as anyone interested in historical craftsmanship, because this book goes into great detail of the tools and techniques for both woodworking and metalworking of the Viking Age. So let me show you what's inside. Okay, here's what the cover looks like. So basically what the Mastermyr find is an oak chest that was found on the island of Gotland in Sweden. And what it contained was a bunch of tools, both for blacksmithing and woodworking. And basically what they speculate what it was a craftsman's chest, either a traveling craftsman or either a guy, traveling to another farm, something like that. They're not really sure why, but clearly he was traveling because he had all his tools packed up in this chest, and he was crossing this lake or a marsh, and either he was in a little boat or crossing it when it was frozen over, so with a sled over the ice, and either the ice broke and the chest fell through, or it fell off the boat, or the boat sank. They're not really sure because in the modern era, the swamp was drained, and they discovered this chest when that land was turned into farmland. So the guy was plowing up his land, and the chest caught one of the plowshares and was dragging behind the plow, so he stopped to see what it was and discovered this. So it was quite an interesting find. Unfortunate for the Viking, who lost all of his tools, but it does give us this unique window into the Viking craftsman. So a lot of great photos and drawings of what was found in the chest. So the book begins with describing the circumstances of the find that I just sort of did a crude cliff notes for you. But then it's got a catalog of all the items found. So it goes through every item individually. And what's great about this is it's got the dimensions as well as the weight of all these items. And then each of these items goes, it's got the corresponding plate number, which is in the back of the book here. So it goes through the catalog. There is a description of some of the items, and it talks about how they were made or what they were used for. If it's not instantly recognizable just by looking at it, like an axe or a sledgehammer. So real nice description on all of that stuff. Some info on the augers that they found, how those were put together, as well as the draw knives and chisels. So great information there if you're a woodworker. Also goes into the geography of the area where it was found, and then a kind of analysis of some of the iron objects that they found. So that's really cool. So if you're a blacksmith, that's great to be able to look at that. Another photo of some of those detailed microscopic photos. It's got a biography for more information. I always like that. And then this index is helpful for trying to figure out, if you're looking at a plate and you want to see what the description of the item is, that's all in here. So really good stuff there. There's only a few photos, so you got the chest, of course. That's a great artifact. And there's actually some cool videos of guys making replicas of this thing. And then a few more photos. Most of it is drawings, but still good stuff. I believe that's a bell. And so there's some hammers. Got your tongs. That right there is actually a hacksaw, which I thought was really cool. So some more drawings of that. They show you some different angles, but that's a frickin' hacksaw with a removable blade there. That just blows my mind. There's some files, more hammers. These are neat, these little tripod stands. That's a small anvil right there. Those are anvils as well. Very small. Cauldrons, copper cauldrons. Those are the handles. Those are some of those draw knives. Axes. That's a chisel right there. Another axe. That's a nail header for making nails. These are your drill bits, basically. Not drill bits the way that we think of them. They're augers, spoon augers, I believe is what they're called. But that's how they would drill holes with something like that. That's where the would go into the wood that you would use as a drill. And that had the little drawing earlier, kind of showing you how that worked. Slate, whetstone. Some more drawings of the chest. There's a saw, and that actually gave me some information as far as how the handles go on there. You can see a little bit of a tang folded over there. So what's great about the drawings, it's a bummer they didn't have photographs of all the objects, but with the drawings they do show you different angles and different points of view, so you can really get a good grasp of the size and dimensions of all these objects. So that's still very useful. So there's a key and a padlock. I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, this thing is intricate. You know, just kind of fascinating, the stuff that they had that I, until I had this book, I didn't know that they had those. More drawings of the hammers. There's another little anvil. Tongs. There's that hacksaw again. You can see the little rivets there. But when you get into all these pages, sometimes it can be kind of tricky to figure out, what is what. Saw, axes. That's a little knife. I like that. Not many knives. I think that's one of only 2 knives that are in this whole thing, which was kind of a bummer to me, but hey, I'll take what I can get. The saws are really neat, though. There's a nice look at the cross section of the saw, how it's constructed there. More draw knives, or the same draw knives, I should say. Another good drawings of the augers, and then a little map of the site. And that's all there is in it. So pretty small book, but it is jam-packed with information. So as of the filming of this video, you can find this for about $17 on Amazon. So for that price, it's well worth the cost for what you're getting, because I have found it very difficult to find good photos of artifacts and material in concern to Viking artifacts and archaeology. So whenever I find an actual book that I can have in my hand and go to for research and inspiration at any given time is really a treasure to me. So I just want to share this with you guys in case there's anyone out there like me who is interested in the subject material but is finding a hard time finding good books on the matter that go into good detail in the nitty-gritty, such as a craftsman's tool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and maybe found it helpful in your own quest for knowledge. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, be more Viking.